Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, President. How are you?
It's great to be here with you this morning on a great Monday with the team working hard. So I'm so thankful to see great volleyball this season. I know that from the beginning it looked like the team really hit their stride in your first year here.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about what it's like to come into IUP after a pandemic and all of that stuff and engage with these ladies.
Oh yeah, it's been a crazy couple years, I think, for all of us. I'm so excited to be here. I walked into a really good situation that doesn't always happen when you take over a program. I've been on the other end of it where you take over a lot of messes and craziness, and I walked into a great group of kids that were excited and committed to learning, and so we were able to just make little changes here and there, and they've really taken control of their situation.
That's great. It really has been great to watch them start the season so strong, and they're continuing well. The reality is that intercollegiate athletics is about providing opportunities for people, for students, and especially for women. Here as we're at the 50th anniversary of Title IX, it's great to have this wonderful group of women from all over the country, from all over the world. Talk a little bit about the team.
Yeah, so we've got 15 student athletes this year, one from Greece, one from Turkey, one from Arizona, and then most of the rest of our roster, one from Illinois, and then most of us are Pennsylvania and Ohio. They cover all different majors, everything from nursing to speech pathology, athletic training, education. They all bring different personalities and different strengths, and it's been really fun to see them kind of come together and create their own little culture and community.
It's really nice, and certainly we're proud of the accomplishments on the court, but our student athletes do a great job in the classroom as well.
Yes.
And I know that maybe about 2/3 of our student athletes are on the dean's list. I know that women's volleyball is no exception, and they do a great job in the classroom as well. Talk a little bit about how you structure their time or how you guide them in that.
Yeah, so we talk a lot about how you do one thing is how you do everything. So volleyball needs to be as important as school. School needs to be as important as volleyball. Being a good human and being a good person is also really important. And so we always have a team goal of a 3.3 GPA. Last year we got a 3.68 GPA. So we're always trying to strive, and we talk a lot about, like, if you're not sleeping, if you're not eating, you have time to be part of a club, you have time to study. If you don't know how to study, come ask us. We've had conversations, both myself and my assistant have a background in education. So if we're seeing a kid put a lot of time into studying, but we're not seeing that translate into grades, let's talk about how you're studying. How can we change that? And really helping them be successful in all areas of life.
That's great. So we're going to celebrate our international student athletes, I think, on November 17th, right? So we're going to have a party for them, recognize their great accomplishments. They're a long way from home.
Oh, yeah.
And certainly we've had a great history here of students coming from all over the world to be part of the great Crimson Hawks team. The other thing I thought I'd just talk about a little bit is the history of women's athletics at IUP. I think we need to mention that.
Absolutely.
So, Ruth Podbielski came here in 1955. There were no women's sports. There were some intramural stuff going on at that time. And really in 1970, 2 years before Title IX, Ruth, Miss Pod is how we have to talk about her, really started intercollegiate athletes for women at IUP. And so it was a wonderful experience, and that continues today with the great work that you're doing. So I think that the only other real big question I have is, do you always wear bow ties for practice?
Only special occasions. We felt like today was a good reason to dress up, so we put our best on for you.
That's good, that's good. I know they're working hard this morning. We're here early on a Monday. It's about 8:15 now or thereabouts, and so you work them pretty hard?
Yeah, we go in the mornings Monday and Wednesday because of class schedules. Again, going back to being a student and an athlete, we've got to be a little bit flexible, especially with unique majors. A kid can't step out of a nursing clinical. They can't step out of those things. So we go in the mornings, Monday, Wednesday, and the afternoons, Tuesday, Thursday, to accommodate class schedules and make sure that they can get everything they need out of their student athlete experience, because at the end of the day, it's an experience. And you only get to do college once, so let's make it the best experience we possibly can.
I know that you've coached around the country, all over the place. What's special about this team this year?
Man, I've never had a group that, one, is so stubborn, and stubborn is good in many, many ways, but is so compelled to be successful. It's not very often that Pete and I have to pull the competition out of them, pull their desire to learn, pull their desire to take care of each other. We hit our ups and downs just like any team does, and we got to learn and grow through that. But at the end of the day, They are a very unique group in a sense of their desire to be successful as student athletes, to be successful as students, making plans for their future careers and taking care of each other to be the best 15 people they can be together.
We're so glad you're here, Coach Hoyer, and it's really wonderful to be able to talk with you for a few minutes today. See the team working out. I'm not going to try to hit the ball, I assure you. You don't want to see that. But
you sure?
I don't know.
We can give you a little training session.
Aha, maybe I need that. Maybe I need that. Thanks for being with me this morning.
Thank you for having us, and thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
Great, thank you.